This is for you if you're into two things, either one of these, spirituality and or writing, because I'm doing something pretty interesting, something that I'm really excited about on the intersection of spirituality and writing. So blending those two things. I'm putting together what I'm calling the Soul Writer Mastermind. So it combines those two because I haven't seen this really anywhere. It's a community of like-minded people who are into innovating and pioneering upgraded ways of writing, communicating, marketing, even healing, and developing themselves personally and spiritually through writing from the soul by approaching writing and communication from a soul-based perspective, because there's so much depth to it once you view writing through that lens of spirituality and inner work and things like that. Because writing isn't just communication. It's not just I'm writing to communicate an idea to you. It's so much more than that. It's art. Writing is a form of artistic expression that takes on many forms. Writing is also the architecture of ideas. Really think about it that way. It's the architecture of ideas. You're building out ideas through the vessel or the paintbrush of words. It's also another way to look at writing is like decoding the wisdom of your soul. So it's like you have all of this in your soul, in your energetic blueprint, and you're decoding it through writing. And it's obvious to me in many ways, but it's also the foundation of all content creation. So writing is the foundation of, if you're making videos, you write a video script, at least outline it beforehand. Writing is the foundation of emails, if you're writing professional emails for your job or career or your business. Writing is the foundation of texting, it makes you better at that. Writing is the foundation of literally all communication and media. So it's that important. And writing has two key things here, the inner game and the outer game. Writing is one of those rare things that involves the inner game and the outer game in the same medium, I guess. And it does it in such a synergistic way. That's why I'm so passionate about it. And I want to get people together around the practice of writing coming from a deeper perspective, because it combines the inner game and the outer game more and better than anything else I've come across. So the inner game is like the self-awareness, the mindfulness, the healing, doing the inner work, strengthening your intuition, enhancing your creativity, things like that. And this is when you use writing in the form of like journaling, you can do that. Even building a writing habit is inner work, because you're working through the blocks to creating that habit. You're focusing, you're prioritizing, things like that. Trying out different types of writing is also inner work. You face your inner critic while you're writing. That's huge. Because no matter who you are, we all have this inner critic, this inner doubt that sabotages everything you do. And when you do something like writing, you have to face it head on. It's a part of the writing process to face that inner critic head on that exists for all of us, and sabotages everything. And it's the courage to express yourself as well. So that's the inner game portion, but there's also the outer game. The outer game is the communication. It's the sharing. It's the expression. It's the connecting with other people and creating synergistic relationships. So the forms of writing that does this is, the forms of writing you would think of. When you're writing something and sharing it on social media, when you're writing an email, when you're writing a text, something like copywriting, which is marketing writing. I view copywriting as writing to engage and inspire action. This is that outer game. And that outer game also consists of the feedback you get from writing too, because when you put something out, you're working with an idea and sharing that idea with other people, and then you can get feedback on that idea. So, like I said, idea architecture, you're able to sculpt it even more through the feedback. So that's a little glimpse at how writing involves both the inner game and the outer game in such an amazing way that I haven't found with anything else. And both are equally important. To have the inner game, because that's the foundation. You need to do inner work and be harmonious within yourself first, obviously, you know? Otherwise, you're just going to sabotage everything you try to do in the external world. But you also need the outer game too, because life is all about connecting with other people and collaborating with other people and kind of moving through the world in a masterful way. So I really haven't found a group or a community or anything like that that combines all of this, and that combines spiritual growth and the mastery of writing from that deeper perspective. I've come across writing stuff, of course, where it's just based on like tactics, like use this kind of style. Here's 5 tips to write better. Very like overly analytical, and it's just like copying tips and tactics. That's cool. It works sometimes, but it's so important to come from a deeper place. You know, that's why I call it writing with soul. And then on the other hand, I've come across spiritual stuff, and it's just the spiritual groups and communities, they get a little vague and they get scattered. So this is a way of focusing our energy, combining that spiritual growth and writing from a holistic perspective, because magic is made through those focused connections. That's how we create that synergy, and that's how new pioneering ways of doing things emerges. So that's my vision for this Soul Writer Mastermind. I want it to be a group of people who pioneer new ways of creativity, new ways of expressing through writing, new ways of marketing and communication via writing, and then using writing as a tool to spark even more spiritual growth. Things like journaling. Journaling is so important. It's really the best way of creating mental mastery. Journaling plus meditation, whew, I could go on a whole other tangent there. But that's my purpose for doing this, to create that environment where we merge writing and spirituality, because it's that important. Like I said, writing is the foundation of all media. And of course, spiritual growth is why we're here. Spiritual growth is why we're experiencing anything in the first place. All experience, all lives are some form of growth for the soul. We're experiencing to learn and grow and have fun in the process, hopefully, even though some of it is really difficult. So what else about this? This isn't just for like professional writers either. You don't have to be a professional writer like me to be in the Soul Writer Mastermind. It's for beginners as well, because it's for people who want to improve their writing or even start writing and do it from a holistic perspective, to use it to grow on every level. When you use writing properly, it's fuel for growth on every level. It fuels your spiritual growth, your mental health, emotional intelligence, and it fuels your career growth. So if you use writing as a career, it fuels that, but it fuels any other career. If you own a business, writing's going to help a lot. If you want to advance in your existing career, no matter what that is, I guarantee writing will help you with everything. It's the foundation of all media and communication. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I wanted to talk about. The Soul Writer Mastermind is starting in June. So sign up for it. I have a wait list for it, and I'll put it wherever I can put links. Sign up for the wait list if you're into spirituality, spiritual growth, writing, viewing it from a holistic perspective. If you want to be at the forefront of that blend, because again, this is one of the most important things, and this blend is so important. The inner work, the outer work, the foundation of all media, approaching it from that holistic spiritual perspective. If you want to be involved in that, then sign up for the waitlist, and I'll let you know when the doors open very soon, and I'll put the link wherever I can. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.